Hello, my name is Dr. Matt Hoven. I'm a professor at St. Joseph's College at the University of Alberta. We're here at the Sports Pavilion on campus at the University of Alberta, and I'm here to talk about why we do sports. And oftentimes we think about what is the connection between sport and spirituality, and we might really love our sports that we play, but what can they say about our religious beliefs, our spiritual beliefs? Well, one thing about the Christian tradition is that it's often said that if you look at the human person, it gives hints or it gives insights into God. It says something. So just by how we live and who we are, there's a sense that we recognize that there's the divine, that there's something greater than what we live now. And we can see that through sport as well. I'm going to give you three examples within the human person about that. And the three is this longing for happiness, which ultimately we want completeness and joy. The other one is the significance of our freedom. And the third one is an openness to truth and beauty. So the first one I want to speak about was a longing for happiness. And that is, as human persons, we have a restlessness. We desire something greater. We just want to be complete. And when we find that completeness, we often find joy in that moment. Right? So things may be broken or distorted, but when things come together, there's a real sense of joy in that moment. So in your sports, it might be when you've practiced hard, you've gone early in the mornings to shoot around basketball, and when it comes to a game and you have the big shot and you make it, there's a sense of completeness. There's a sense of joy. And you're compelled by your restlessness towards it. That's what we want in life, in the sense that tells us something that God is calling us to live at something greater. The second one I wanted to highlight about the human person is the significance of freedom. That is, our ability to choose what we want to do, our ability to say what we love and what we want to do. So for instance, think of the sports that you play. You maybe just naturally picked whatever, but you have a great love for them. You have a great joy for them. And even playing them, you find a lot of freedom. You might just be stepping away from the busyness of life, concerns that you have. But in that sport, in playing it, you have a great sense of freedom and like I said earlier, joy. So that's the second thing, where in our lives as human persons, things that happen in sporting scenes, that it tells us something, that there is a God, right? That there is a spiritual life. The third point I wanted to speak of was this openness to truth and beauty. So when we encounter, whether it be a beautiful sunset or when we encounter a great passing play when we're watching a game of hockey perhaps, when we see those, we're like, wow, that's amazing. There's a sense of something greater. The sense that our lives just aren't all these miscellaneous parts, but there's something greater behind this. And human beings and our openness to truth and things that are beautiful give a sense. We feel inspired by them and we feel called to them. So these three examples, talking about happiness and joy, freedom, and the last one about truth and beauty, these things speak about something greater. And as Catholics, as Christians, and many people of other religions, there's a sense that they are hints of God, that there's something greater in life, something leading us, and that this can be a starting place to look at the spiritual side of sport. Thanks for your time.